Hey there, YouTube. Lee Jones coming at you with Kuntry-Boi reviews. Today we're going to be doing another vlog, but this is going to be a vlog once in a lifetime. I don't know if I'm ever going to get back on here and do this again as far as this type of vlog. I don't know how much of you watch of me, but if you can tell, I'm pretty livid right now. I'm ticked off. Just got off of Facebook, and I've been watching videos of all these different accounts where police officers are taking their jobs too far. Where this guy surrenders. He has his hands up. He drops to his knees. He lays on the ground. And then what happens? 3, 4, 5 cops come over there and start kicking him and beating him? Who do you think you are? You're a piece of trash. Now let me take that back. You're a human being, just like the rest of us out here. Now, not that I don't know if you can already tell, but I'm an officer as well. I'm a security officer. But now, if you look it up in your little rule books or whatever it is you have out there, that in South Carolina, a security officer has just as much as right as you do on the premises that he is an officer. Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. With those rights, I respect them. I know that I could get out here and if somebody goes against what they're supposed to do, where I'm at, I have a choice to make. I could drag them out of their truck, beat the crap out of them with a damn baton, or I could handcuff them and slam their face to the ground and bust their nose open. But do I do it? No. Why? You ask why? Because they're human. Just like me. They slid their pants on this morning just like I did. And they'll take them off when they get home just like I will. When they sit down on the commode and they have a bowel movement, guess what? It stinks. Guess what? When I sit down on the commode and have a bowel movement, it stinks. So, in my book, that makes us a good bit alike. He might look a little different. He might have a different skin color than me. Or it might be a woman. Totally different gender of me. They might be gay. They might be straight. They might be a transgender. But that is their right. Videos on YouTube showing you officers taking things too far. Tasing people when there's no apparent reason to even tase them. I don't understand you. I'm ashamed of you. How would you feel if somebody done you like that? You wouldn't feel too good about it, would you? Oh, but they were breaking the law. Oh my God. Save us all. So you mean to tell me you're a perfect citizen that don't make no mistakes and you uphold the law? What about the times you're riding down the road without your seatbelt on, texting, going down the road? I've seen 500,000 of the cops doing it. But if we do it, then we get a ticket. Who's writing y'all's tickets? Look into my eyes. For all you cops that's getting out there, doing the crap that you're doing, it only takes one of you. Yeah, one sets a bad example. Then more join in and sets more bad examples. Next thing you know, you make all of us officers look bad. It's not just police. It's security. It's paramedics. It's firemen. It's to any public service. And that's what you are as a police officer. You are a service to the public. But instead of going out asking people what you can do for them, how can you help them, you beat them down. They're guilty. As soon as you pull up on site, they're guilty. Whatever happened to innocence? Being innocent until you were proven guilty. You make it backwards now. Now we're guilty until we're proven innocent. You've twisted it up. Just don't make no sense. There was one video that I watched. Black guy sitting there against the wall with handcuffs on. I don't know what he did. But he was there and he was calm. He wasn't raising his voice to the officer. And the officer was a white guy. He wasn't raising his voice to that officer. He was actually being respectful. Sir. Saying sir. More than I could expect out of a lot of people out there that really has no respect for the law. What happens in that video? The cop wants the black guy to sit down. The black guy refused to sit down. What'd you do? You slammed him to the ground with handcuffs on. Smart move there, Einstein. Now you got the race card going against you. Don't you think that there's enough of this crap going on? There was a different way to handle that situation. Now, I'm not a police officer, and I didn't undergo the same training that you did. But I'll tell you how I would have handled it. If I had a guy standing against a wall in handcuffs, I'd ask him politely, sir, could I ask you to have a seat, please? If he said no, sir, I'm asking nicely. Could you please sit down either here on the ground or we can have you sit in the back of my car with the door open. I just want you to be comfortable, and I want to be comfortable around you. I'm making a safe environment for you and for me. Sorry about that. Now, I am at work. I'm doing my job. I'm making a video, but it's a little dead right now where I'm at. But that's beside the point. But what'd you do? As solo, as an officer, you slammed that guy to the ground when he had handcuffs on. Now, if he refused to sit down and there was some legitimate reason why you needed him to sit down, you could have called for help for a couple of other officers to pick him up and sit him on the ground or sit him in the back of your car. There was a better way around it than slamming him to the ground because he didn't do what you wanted him to do. When I didn't see a legitimate reason for him to sit down in the first place, it might have been a comfort level for you, I don't know. But for whatever the reason was, you had no right to slam him to the ground. What makes you better than him? That right there is what can we say against that? You assaulted him. Now, how is it right for you to break the law and assault somebody, but yet if a civilian goes out there and assaults somebody, they get locked up, put in jail? What's going to happen to you? You get reprimanded and get a slap on the wrist. Don't you do that no more, and send you on your little merry way. Personally, if I was your chief, I'd take your freaking job. You wouldn't have a job no more. You'd look high and low across the United States. You'd be lucky to get a job as a security officer like myself. This foolishness, it has to stop. I watched another video of a police officer, and there's a lady there. I don't know the color of the skin of the police officer, but it shouldn't matter. That's the main thing. But for viewers that want to know the situation, they can look up the video themselves. I don't know the name of it. The police officer basically busts this woman's nose for no apparent reason right in front of the woman's daughter. The woman wasn't acting out. She wasn't calling you names. She wasn't saying anything threatening. She wasn't doing anything wrong. But you slam her to the ground and bust her nose right in front of her 4-year-old or 5-year-old daughter? Who the heck are you? A piece of trash is exactly what it is. That's trash. That's uncivilized. That's barbaric behavior. It's unnecessary. It's excessive force. Unneeded. You could have calmly restrained that woman and put her in the back of a car, all by being generous to her. Yeah, she might have broke the law in some way, shape, or form, but there's a right way to treat people and there's a wrong way to treat people. So you telling me you kick people when they're down. They already know they've done something wrong, but yet you continue just to beat them down. Well, that's what this is. To all you officers out there that think you're high and mighty and think that you are the law and above the law. This is what this is. This is a verbal beatdown, and I'm ashamed of all of you. Now, there's good officers out there. There's a lot of them. But for the bad officers, you give us good officers bad names. I'm truly sick of it. 100% sick of it. Another video. Police officers. There was this SUV that had probably, I think 3, possibly 4 black guys, or a couple of black guys and a black lady. I think I heard a lady in there. One black guy in the seat that was filming it drags one guy out of the car. Hadn't even had to ask him to get out of the car. You just open his door, drag him out, throw him to the ground, and then put your knee in the seat and point a gun at that passenger's head, cussing at them. Now, excuse my language, but I'm just going to repeat what I heard. That you won't take 2 seconds to pop a effing cap in their head. Really? So you're high and mighty now because you have a Glock 9. It's pointless. It's sickening to see all this crap going on. And what you're doing is you're turning person against person against person against person. And what you're also doing, what you don't realize is what you're doing is you're putting yourself out of a job. You're putting all the other police officers out of a job. Because what's going to happen? You keep getting out there doing the crap that you're doing, and it's going to give something to come in. It's called martial law. To where none of y'all is going to have jobs anymore, and it's going to be military police that comes in and handles things. So go ahead and put yourself out of a job. Go ahead and put me out of a job too while you at it. I'm far beyond disgusted. I'm not racist a bit. I was raised up in a community that the blacks outnumbered the whites 2-1. I mean, and to this day, I'm friends with a lot of the boys I grew up with that were black. We didn't see no skin color. We just saw it as somebody else that I could get along with and have an agreement with, ride our bikes down the street, and have fun. That was our objective as a kid. But all of a sudden, we get older, and all of a sudden, skin color actually matters. Why? I don't know. People were just stupid like that. Half of what I'm saying probably ain't making no sense to nobody. But I want to get in here and I wanted to rant. And I have a high idea that I'm not only going to put this on YouTube, but I'm going to link it to my Facebook account. I know that. I'm probably going to create a Snapchat so I can start putting my blogs on that. And this is going to be the first one. I'm going to make a Twitter account. I think I did a long time ago. See if I can get back into it. If I can link videos to that, then so be it. I'll do it. I don't know, but I'll learn. I just want to let all you police officers out there that think you high and mighty above the law because you wear a badge that you better than everybody. And if somebody don't do what you want them to do, you're going to beat them down and you're going to shoot them and you're going to gang up on them. There ain't nothing that gives you the right to do any of that. You swore an oath. Think back. I want you to go back and think that oath that you swore to protect the citizens of your community. How are you protecting them when you beat them down after they surrendered? You're not. You're making everybody afraid of you. Is that what you want, people to be afraid of you? Are you that at a low competence level that you have to be a bully? Basically, that's what you're doing. You're being a bully because you wear a badge. You're wearing your belt around your neck. You walk around, strut around in uniform with your chest all poked out. And, oh, yeah, I'm a police officer. Oh, I'm high and mighty. You're foolish. You give all the rest of the officers bad names. It's time to knock it down a notch. Quite a few notches. And it needs to start right now. You need to realize that you're a human being, just like the rest of us, regardless of whether we're officers or we're not, if we're just civilian. And start treating everybody equally. Would you treat your family like that? Would you slam them to the ground once they're already handcuffed and tase them? No. Well, guess what? Let's take this back to elementary level. We're all family. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're transgender, if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian, if you're Hispanic, if you're whatever you are. We're all humans. We live in this country called America. Land of the free, home of the brave. United, we stand. But you're making us to where we're not united. Giving us, dividing us up. Putting race cards out there. Oh, he don't like me because I'm white, or he don't like me because I'm black, or he's got something against me because of this, that, and the other. Everybody that has that mentality needs to grow up. There ain't nobody hates on you because you're a certain color or a certain race or a certain sexual orientation. If they do, it's them that has the problem. Let them go and let them be stupid and immature on their own. Now I'm going to end this vlog. Now I'm sorry. I'm not trying to slander out against every police officer out there or every officer. But the ones that's out there on YouTube that's having their videos put out there doing crap that they're not supposed to do, I hang my head in shame. I'm ashamed of you. You have no right being a police officer. You have no right being a public servant. You're doing nothing but putting fear in our community instead of helping our community grow. Now, that's all I've got to say. This is Lee Jones with Kuntry-Boi Reviews signing out. Kuntry-Boi Reviews. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. Like, favorite, thumbs up, comment. Please, please, please. Comments below. I'll take the time to read every comment, I promise. Poor man. I want to hear what you all think about it. Think about what I had to say. On the last note, I think we all need to come up with some kind of poll, an online poll, a petition, thinking in statement that we think that police officers that do this kind of stuff, they need to lose their job and they need to be put in jail. No questions asked. The end of it. Unless they had a legitimate reason to make a non-violent situation become violent. If the person was being violent toward them, then yes, I agree. You should tase them or whatever to do, whatever you have to do to control the situation and to neutralize the violent situation. But don't sit there once they're already down on the ground and keep beating them. That's wrong. That's brutality. That's inhumane. You don't treat people like that. So there needs to be a poll put together. Not just for South Carolina, not just for Spartanburg or Greenville or Duncan or whatever counties is all out there in South Carolina, but this needs to stretch out all over the United States. A poll needs to be put together. That we, the people in the communities, are tired of being treated like we're treated by police officers that think they're above the law. I wanted you to see this coming from another officer's projection. I wanted you to see it in somebody else's eyes. I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth. If I get out here and beat somebody down because they decide they don't want to hand me their paperwork for exiting this facility that I'm at, then I should be punished because of it. I should lose my job and I should go to jail and suffer the consequences of assaulting somebody. Like I said, that's it. I'm signing out. Make sure to comment, share, like, favorite, all the above, and I'll catch y'all again some other time. Take it easy.